Good afternoon and welcome to our post-game women's basketball press conference. We will start the press conference with an opening statement from head coach Amy Wright. Then we'll open it up to questions for players Michael Richards and Jada Crawshaw.
Kudos to Pepperdine. They are kind of on a Big West swing. I think that they were their fourth or fifth Big West team to play. We're fortunate. I think I'm starting to kind of see our players come together and really earning that fourth place, preseason spot. Obviously, we want to be better than 4. We want to do more than 4. But, they have a certain style. Pepperdine has a certain style, and it's slow, and they're very disciplined in what they want to do offensively. So they were able to execute, but I thought our players did a good job of disrupting today, whether it was deflections, whether it was steals, whether it was pushing them outside of their comfort zone in terms of off the three-point line or off the free throw line. Still some things we can get better at on that end, but I thought we did a really good job of disrupting. We talked about before the game we had to win the rebounds, so we won the rebound battle. We had to win the turnover battle. We ended up winning that. And then we had to win the steal battle and won that by the skin of our teeth. So just really proud of these guys. They worked all week. 4 days of prep is a long week. It's hard to keep them focused and locked in without a game because I do have gamers on the team. So just super proud of them coming out, executing the game plan, staying disciplined, and continuing it through all 4 quarters.
Awesome. Hi, Nina with the 562. So you guys are now 2-0 at home. First of all, congratulations on the win. But can you talk about the importance of staying perfect at home, especially going into conference opener against Fullerton on Thursday?
We don't use that P word. That's a bad word in our locker room just because it's hard to be perfect. There's no perfect play. There's no perfect situation in basketball. I think it is definitely confidence building. In order to maintain that. Obviously, Fullerton coming in here, it's a great way to kick off, the Big West Conference. And I think, being at home does a lot for us in terms of we're able to sleep in our own bed. We're in our own routine. We're able to go through kind of what we normally would. I think on the road for those 2 weeks in a row, that was really, I think, had some growing pains for us in the best way possible. So you learn a lot about your team. You learn a lot about your teammates when you're on the road. But coming back home, it's a sense of comfort, especially being at the Pyramid. Obviously today we have a kids clinic, so that's great. We're getting to meet some of the fans, and also, the 3-minute drill is very, very helpful for everybody to kind of get out and network.
Congratulations on the win, you guys. Talk to me about what happened in the first half, around the end, I would say. You guys started off strong, but then, I think Pepperdine was able to, end it around, 35-32 with the scoreboard. Tell me what happened, especially comparing to how the game ended today.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It can be for anyone.
That's a you question.
That's a me question? I think we talked about playing all 4 quarters that I discussed. I think that was one of the times where we kind of were lackadaisical on the defensive end. We tried to switch up our defenses a little bit in terms of going man and zone. I think that did mess with them, especially in the 4th quarter. Didn't have a great effect because we weren't in our right spots there in the 2nd quarter. I think also we started to play their pace. We started to slow the ball down, and we were getting shots with 8 seconds, 6 seconds left in the shot clock, which isn't a bad thing, but that's not how we play. You could see, our possessions, we had 81 shots to their 60. And that's how we play, is continuing to push pace, kind of wear them out, which I thought we did there in the 4th quarter. But, to me, it was just one of those moments where we weren't disciplined in what we were trying to do defensively.
Talking about you guys matching Pepperdine's pace, can you tell me what you guys may have said during half to really break away and return to Long Beach's game, especially in the 4th quarter when you guys really did pull away from that super close score?
We talked a little bit about our adjustment. Obviously, 31 and 32, when they were in the game, they were sagging. They were just clogging up the paint, and we hadn't seen that yet this year. So we talked about that adjustment. We can still run our stuff, even with her sitting in the paint. I think we could still get around. Lovely did a great job of dribbling around her. Jada did a great job. Michael, great job of going around her, even though she was in the paint. So to me, that was the biggest adjustment. And then, we were able to get a good rotation, I thought, today. We had a good rotation of 8 players that came in, and everybody contributed in their own way, whether it was with a rebound, if it was a shot, whether it was a stop defensively. So I think that had a lot to do with it, and we were able to keep our pace with that type of rotation.
And for the players, you guys came out strong with like some of the most points during the game. I guess my question for you is like, talk to me about your mentality when making those follow-through shots and driving into the paint as well, and especially with Pepperdine coming in with aggressive defense.
You want to go first, Sheeta?
Yeah, I think it's just trusting what the coaches have given us. We go through practice every single day looking at the shots we do have and just going through with it. It's really, for me, it's for the team. Whatever I can contribute is what I need to do, and that's my mental. Yeah.
For me, I think it's just effort. For me, I really like to be, like, I want the ball. I want the ball, like, the whole entire game, and if I can get it, then I can, like, I can go. So I think just my effort being there and, you know, having a purpose that the coaches give us and just following through with that.
Awesome. There seemed to be a lot of discontent with the refs. We were positioned on the Pepperdine side, so we did hear a lot of it. But just for you guys as the players, can you guys talk about how that impacts your game, but then also how you move past it on the court and really just focus on what you guys are doing?
I think when it comes to the game, we're not really focused about what's happening on the sideline. It's really just what's on the court. I could say I didn't really hear too much going on. But yeah, we just got to stay focused. That's not what we're here for. We're here to win a game.
Oh, for me, it's just like, it's like one and done. Like, I know, like, I really like to, like, give a lot of pressure. Like, if they call a foul, I'm like, okay, I know not to, like, back off a little bit, but I'm still going to give that energy to, like, really play that defense that I like.
That was kind of my question because I was there hearing the same things. But I guess my next one would be also for Coach. This was a great comeback, especially after Michigan. I guess my question would be, what do you think the team could have maybe brought, especially from today, during that game against Michigan?
I think you saw the team really play together. I think you saw these young women share the ball. I think the ball kind of got stuck a lot when we were in Michigan. A lot of people trying to do things on their own. And we talked a lot this week. It's not one person is going to be able to do this on their own. It's going to take all of us. So I think they did a great job of taking that lesson, you know, and that's why you go play those games. You know, the Michigan game, that's a first-round NCAA game for us. And that's just the reality. So now it's not a shell shock, you know, when we're in those shoes. So I think, you know, it was a great learning experience. It was a great road trip. You know, Toledo as well. We learned about physicality. We learned about being tough. We learned about playing together. And like I said, road trips are meant for that. That's why you take them, because you learn a lot about yourselves. You learn a lot about your teammates. So I think it was definitely beneficial. Now we have to adjust being back on the West Coast, the physicality. So that's all part of the game, though, like learning what we can and can't do.
Awesome. A bit of a slow game at some parts. Towards the end, you guys just seem to have more energy than Pepperdine did. Can you talk about how you guys keep the energy up, especially when it's a close battle like that?
I feel like towards the end of the game, we just did what the coaches asked, what we've been doing all week, which was passing the ball around, penetrating and getting open shots. We was really looking for the extra pass and pushing the pace, getting the ball up ahead. We just followed their adjustments, really.
Yeah. Definitely a pace that we wanted to, like, you know, push onto Pepperdine, and we did that, like, towards the end, and it was good. Like, the outcome was good.
Yeah, I think you saw them buy into the game plan in terms of attacking the basket. You know, Jada made some tough baskets there towards the end. They were all in the paint. They were all layups, and that's what we talked about. Talked about rebounding. Michael got a bunch of rebounds, you know, there towards the end, made some great cuts. And deflections is one thing. I would guess Michael probably had 4 or 5 deflections in that last 2 minutes, which is very disruptive. So those are 2 huge things, simple things, that in the big picture of the game changed it. It shifted. Like those last 4 minutes after that timeout, we shifted and went to another level. So it was really, really good to see that execution.
I could just ask one more. Thursday conference opener against Cal State Fullerton, conference rival. Can you talk about how you guys are planning to take this momentum into Thursday as you start the conference?
I think we really just have to prepare. It's all about preparation. Whatever the coaches give us, we got to take it on with 100% and trust the game plan.
We have a great game plan, great scouts. Our coaches are very organized with that. So when we just follow through, we'll have a good outcome.
Yeah. Let me get the copy of this film. So no, but they, like I said, even though it was a tough road trip, I think the understanding of what it really takes to have success collectively was the biggest takeaway. And, you know, the women have done an amazing job these past 2 days of locking in. You know, the biggest game on the schedule is the next game or the game that you're playing. So that's the biggest game, and we're going to treat it like our Super Bowl. So
Thank you, ladies.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.